Well, Spartanburg has had a Democratic mayor for the last 4 terms,
Yeah, that's true too.
but it's still a blue dot in a really red state. Asheville, I heard, they were all there today. But this is phenomenal, and those kids are amazing because they're engaging everybody.
Yeah. You mind putting the microphone closer to your voice? Since it's loud up here, it doesn't pick up very well. Sorry.
I had one of those.
Oh, the circular things where you just talk through? Yeah. Well, you don't have to say your name or anything if you don't want to.
My name is She D'Ambrosio, but everybody knows me as She Diablo.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm James Q, and we got Victor over there.
Hi.
Yeah. That's his name. Same thing. Quentin is his name, but everybody calls him Q. Same thing.
Well, that's cute.
Yes.
This is my husband.
Oh, hey, how you doing,
This is
sir?
his first protest.
Oh, okay. Why exactly are you out here if you don't mind just stating it for the people?
Because we're headed for, this is bad. We warned you back in 2016 how he was. I lived in New York. I know how he is. I know how he shafts people, doesn't pay his bills, thinks he's above everything, and he's totally devoid of any emotion. I mean, he's not a good person. His family's not a good family. There's nothing redeemable about him. But back in the 60s, I was raised by freedom riders and kids who were in college that were very active protesting civil rights, women's rights, Vietnam. And they pulled me in. And I was 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. So I've always been active, but not here. I worked on the Obama campaign back in 2008 here. He lost this area. I mean, it was ridiculous, but it was the best president we've ever had in my lifetime. There's him, there's Jimmy Carter, and then there's Joe Biden. So if you're not out here and you're not taking part in anything, shame on you. Don't complain. If you don't vote, shut up. If you don't speak your truth, shut up. And if you're pro-Trump, I really want you to shut up.
I got you. What exactly, I'm guessing you voted for the other party, correct? Kamala Harris?
Oh, hell
Yes. What do you think would have been different from her than what Trump is doing? What do you think she could have done better than what Trump is doing now?
Well, first off, oh my God. We'd still have USAID, we'd still have all of our colleges, we'd still have DEI, we'd still have every book that we ever wanted to read in the library, we'd still have children getting free breakfast and free lunch, we'd still have everything, we'd still have women would still have rights. There's a drone over us and it's irritating.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh, gotcha.
It's been there all day.
Oh, gotcha.
So we'd still have everything that we had under Barack. We'd still have secure. So I'm on Social Security, my husband and I. That's all we live on is Social Security. We had money in the bank, our 401ks, but health care. He had heart surgery, I had cancer, ate it up. So we relied only on Social Security. And it's getting hard. So that whole, I'm gonna drop the price of eggs, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He lied, just like he lied back in 2016. It's a lie. It's all lies. And I don't understand people that believe him, but that right there shows you what lack of education does.
Why do you think people did believe him?
Because they don't know any better. Because he promises, he makes them feel better than the people he puts down. He makes them feel like they're superior to the people that he puts down. You, me. all the Hispanics. But now he's learning because, you know, I don't see all the white people rushing to pick fruits and vegetables, work in packing plants, you know, do clean hospital floors and stuff like that the immigrants do. So, unless something changes really fast, we're screwed.
What do you think is going to happen at the end of his term, or do you think the world will last through the end of his term?
I don't think the world's going to end, but I think democracy, as we know it, is going to end. Elon fixed that election for him. He's blatant about it, and until Congress, especially little Mike Johnson, pulls his head out of Trump's ass and starts an investigation, it's going to happen in the next election, 2026 and 2028. Watch. He says he's not going to run, but a king doesn't have to run.
Yeah. So you think there's not going to be any more elections after this?
He keeps saying that there won't be. So, listen, I'm going to be 70 in less than a month.
Oh, congratulations.
So, I'm hoping I stick around long enough to see him in Guantanamo Bay. I've been screaming about that since 2016, that he should be there. But who knows? I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Why do you think he's trying to buy all these countries you know?
It's money in his pocket. It does nothing for us as a country. It's for him.
So everything that he says is for him, like the buying the countries, the...
Look at the Gaza Strip. Trump land. He wanted it all.
Do you think he's going to change the name of America to Trump?
If he could.
Well, he did.
Because, I mean, he did the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of
USA. It will
USA.
always be the Gulf of Mexico. It's been the Gulf of Mexico for what, over 400 years?
Correct.
You know, and this country, stop celebrating Cinco de Mayo because you treat the immigrants like crap.
What do you think about him deporting everybody? What's your thought process on that? Because, you know, they say that we have a lot of illegal immigrants coming into this country and they're doing all the bad things and crimes and all that stuff. But also, there are people out here that are trying to work hard and whatnot as well. So what's your thought about him deporting just everybody that's illegal, and it's hard for them to get their papers?
You know, if he hadn't have stuck his little nose and his little tiny hands into the Congress when they had the perfect immigrant bill, giving money to the courts to get new judges, to hire new border patrol, to loosen up the lines of people waiting to get their amnesty and their asylum and everything taken care of, it's on him. That's exactly what he wanted to happen. He played to the maggots. That's what he played to. So she's got a voice on her. Holy cow! You know, I mean, she thinks like I do. You know, and there's a lot of us white women that have had it. We've had it. You know, we have no say on anything, on our bodies, how we. Now they're trying to make it that if our maiden name isn't on our driver's license or what, South Carolina makes you put it on there.
They make you,
South Carolina, you have to have your maiden name on your driver's license.
So bottom line, we shouldn't be deporting anybody just because.
No, we shouldn't. Unless you've got proof that they're violent criminals, yes, deport them, get rid of them. I'm only second generation American. My grandparents came from Italy, and they were treated like crap when they got here by white business owners and stuff like that. So, you know, everybody came from someplace else.
Yeah, that is true.
Unfortunately, some people came here against their will.
Yeah.
So that needs to be addressed. But erasing it out of the history, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, pretending that slavery didn't exist, and that's the dumbing down of America. She's a teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher.
Imagine how she feels knowing that they're going to govern how she teaches. How you learn. So make sure, rally everybody. Back in 2008, I set up a table. I lived in a predominantly black housing development. These people were great. I loved them. I registered them all to vote. I set up a little table outside my door. I worked at the Democratic headquarters. I registered them all to vote. not because of Spartanburg,
Yeah.
you know, but he won because people understood that he brought change and hope, and he did. So I don't know, but you know how I met her? I met her in the garden department at Home Depot
Oh, okay.
because we were buying vegetable plants because we were so food insecure
Yeah.
that we were planting gardens.
Oh, that's why everybody's playing a garden.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
how I met her.
Oh.
You know, and you very carefully, you very quietly say, "Are you planting that pea plant for the same reason I am?" Because you don't know.
Yeah. You just never know.
I live in maggot land. I couldn't even put a sign up. I painted my flamingos blue.
Oh, okay. Any closing words?
Yes, vote. And if you don't vote, shut up. If you can't help change things, if you're too afraid, if you're expecting the world to come falling down, well, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Everything was expected back in, you know, the 60s when I was marching and fighting and holding signs and stuff. And I burned a bra that I didn't even fit in. That's how young I was.
I gotcha.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. If you love this country and you consider yourself a patriot, get your ass in gear and start fighting. Resist. Viva la resistance.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
viva la revolution. So, it's one or the other. You can't have it both ways
Yes,
unless
ma'am.
you're blonde and white and American and a man.
I
So
like
thank you
that.
for what you're doing, honey.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you so much for the interview as well.
This is
I
cute.
appreciate